Hi, this is Joachim Urschulz, aka Joe Scolds. Tonight I'm going to see Babylove and the Dangos play in Düsseldorf. And we're going to do a little interview. So, stay with me. Since first seeing the band play live a few years back, Babylove and the Dangos have been one of my ska and rocksteady favorites. What I like about them is their smooth and yet energetic performance, plus the great songwriting. It turns out that singer and songwriter Daniel draws a lot of inspiration from other musical styles. But what got him into songwriting?
I think the first time I tried to write was around 15 or something, and it was very inspired by that time. I really liked Jimi Hendrix. So I was a 15-year-old kid who never did any drugs trying to write psychedelic songs, and it turned out shit, let me tell you. So, no, but I always had that in me to try to kind of tell other people about me and how I feel.
Somehow you came to write music in a ska rocksteady surrounding.
Let's say I just came kind of from a hip-hop background. That was the first music I actually wrote. So I lied before, because I wrote before that, but that was rap music. So. And then I did everything, like from soul and rock bands. But when I found this, it was like it had the beat that I always wanted, something that you can just ignore the lyrics and just dance to it if you want to, or you can choose to like dive deeper into it.
Babylove and the Dangos have recorded 3 albums in the past 6 years. They have learned quite a bit on the way. The first album, Run Run Rudy, was done on their own, without a label budget or time in the recording studio.
The first album was like something new and exciting, and we didn't know what to do, just try.
And also how to record.
We recorded in a summer house, just took a week off.
And recorded it yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like we borrowed a small summer house, vacation house from a guy we knew, and then we put mattresses on the windows, set up, and was it a weekend?
Yeah, I think a week we were there.
A week, yeah. So it's just trial and error with everything, and also mixing we did ourselves, which maybe was a bad idea at that point, I don't know.
Yet the success of Run Run Rudy opened many doors. When the band went on to record their second album, Lover's Choice, they teamed up with some big names in ska.
Okay, now we had made a little money. We could rent a big studio. We were like, okay, this time we're not gonna save on anything. We sent Daniel to Brazil to mix with Victor Rice.
The mixing was good though, in my opinion. Mixing was good. But the recording session was kind of...
We didn't feel comfortable in the studio, and
we had all this stuff there, but we had no chemistry.
Yeah. Then we had
I still think it sounds good though, but when you were there, it was not a good experience.
Even if all the recording sessions didn't run smoothly, meeting legendary singer Dorian Schaefer was a highlight in the band's history.
So I went to New York, and I just wrote an email to Victor Rice. Oh, what's going on? He's like, yeah, I'm here, come down in the studio. And I went to a jam session where some of the younger guys from the Scatterlights were playing, and I just went and talked to them and had a beer with them after the show, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna have Dorian Schaefer's number, no problem. So suddenly I was standing with Dorian Schaefer's number, and I could call her, and they would be in Copenhagen 2 weeks later. So
wow, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just glad that we could do it. We could do it like a proper session. Like the band recorded in the daytime, and then she came a bit later, and we set it up like 2 mics, one here, so we could sing it looking at each other. Okay. So it was nice, we could stand there and sing and dance a little bit, and I took her hand at one point, so we were like holding hands and singing the song. It was beautiful.
With the third album, The Money and the Time, the band returned to their do-it-yourself ethics.
I said we had some bad experience about making the second album, and we kind of wanted to go back to what we did on the first album, doing everything ourselves with all the experiences we had gained within the first 5 years. So
one remarkable song from The Money and the Time is called Amy. Daniel got the idea to the song when he saw a show by Amy Winehouse at the Tempodrome in Berlin.
And it was like her tour when everything went down and she got really bad reviews, but the Berlin gig was pretty good. I mean, she could still sing well, but you could see in her eyes that she looked like somebody that didn't want to be there. And the funny thing was when she was kind of like confused, and the band were like making jokes about her and almost laughing a bit behind her back. And I felt so fucking sad because she could still sing and it was like a good performance, but you could see that there was somebody that shouldn't be on that stage. She should be somewhere else relaxing and having somebody like pat her on the back and have an ice cream and just
Friday night, Saturday night.
In Düsseldorf, the band already played some new songs. The next recording session is going to start this summer. For those who still haven't got their third album, make sure you have the money and the time to buy it.